Claxby Hill. We had a very long, homemade Norwegian-style sledge.
No, not that.
We hurtled down, we hit one another.
Go and find her. Where are you going, Master? For a drink?
Okay, you guys want anything else?
3 butterbeers and some ginger and lime, please.
6 shots of giggle water.
Pete Earl Grey, huh?
This snake juice is basically rat poison. Spent my whole life right here in Lackawanna County.
Drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Shut up!
All right, guys, welcome back. This round is on me, and if you have found yourself one booth down in our digital pub of plenty, welcome a doctor, a lawyer, a pilot, a professor, and our live chat have all walked into a bar.
Welcome to the greatest podcast in the entire tri-state area!
That was surprisingly good, actually.
that was very good.
Like, I
That
don't
was
always
very
love to
good.
give him his, kudos, but yeah.
Comeuppance.
Come on. Yeah.
Well, we've got a great show for you today. Coming up a little later, as of right now, this has been an annual tradition, unless this one goes as well as the last one did. We decided to do it more frequently. But coming up a little later, Dallas and I are getting into a dad joke off.
I'm so not ready.
I've been going through my list
Just not ready.
this evening, and my eyes are only just now returned back to their normal color after crying.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were all
I was glad to
puffy
get
and you look sad. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mine were the cringiest of the cringe.
I know mine are too, and I can't wait. But first, we're going to lead out tonight with the Dailies.
What are we gonna call this?
I write for the Daily Prophet.
That's crap.
I want the name of this flying whatchamacallit to go with the Daily Planet like bacon and eggs.
Crap.
Daily Bugle?
That's pretty good. But it's taken.
All right, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, what do you got?
It's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes around just to end it. I'll leave it at that so that I don't get copyrighted.
Yes,
that's
it
why
was
we
so
asked you
close.
to stop singing. That's
So close
why,
to the original
Yeah.
that we would be copyrighted.
Well,
I tried Shazamming it, and it said, "Are you sure this is music?" And I was like, close enough. Close enough.
the first, and this was a surprise to me. I thought they were going to do this weekly. The first 10 episodes of season 5 of Phineas and Ferb have dropped on Disney Plus as of today of this recording.
And how are you feeling?
The first episode, let's just say my jaw hit the floor. It was so good.
I'm glad to see you've been able to reattach it. You look much better with it on your face.
Indeed. It's like the dwarves in Artemis Fowl. I can just unhinge my jaw to just eat ever more. But
what?
They could
yes,
do
they
that?
Can.
I did.
That's how they mine. They eat. They eat through the dirt. You never read Artemis Fowl there, Alex?
I did.
No.
Okay.
No.
But
I don't know if that was past my time, before my time, or concurrent with my time, but no, no.
But the first episode was really good. It was very much a return to the formula. You know, the boys get up to some sort of adventure, with some crazy.
Do you feel like it departed from the formula?
I was about to say.
Well, there were moments of character growth in tertiary media that I thought they were going to address that maybe move past the formula from.
Okay.
Like in Candace Against the Universe,
Gotcha.
she got over her busting habits. And then at the end of Phineas and Ferb, Doofenshmirtz becomes a good guy.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Doofenshmirtz
Well,
realizes.
I can't watch it. That sounds unwatchable at this point.
And Milo
I'm so
Murphy's
tired
Law.
of bad guys having a, backstory.
Redemption arc.
Yeah, I want a bad guy.
In Milo Murphy's
Right.
Law, he starts Doofenshmirtz Good Incorporated. So,
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't have the same ring.
no, it doesn't.
Doofenshmirtz
No.
Good Incorporate. It doesn't even fit. You're down a whole syllable.
that was season 2 of Milo Murphy's Law in a nutshell. But,
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, a little salty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doofenshmirtz became a lead in Milo Murphy's
Great
Law, and the show kind of went downhill from there.
But
But yeah, like they very much returned to the formula. It's not the same summer, it's the next summer. The show begins with
Did they age a year?
A whole year, yes.
Does does Phineas or Ferb have like one singular chest hair? Like I feel like that's the kind of joke that they're gonna like. We've aged. How much older are you?
What grade were they in technically?
They're still in middle school because they were in their middle school at the start of the first episode. Like it was the last day of school at the start of the first episode.
So now they're in upper middle school.
So I don't know if it's 7th grade, 8th grade, what have you. But yeah, and they were giving a report on what they did for their summer vacation, and it took 9 months for them to do that. They spent their entire summer, their entire school year telling everybody what they did that summer.
But of course.
But it very much was a return to the formula. Doofenshmirtz is evil again. He updated his social media profile to say he's evil again. Candace is back to busting.
Straight bussing.
But I think if I had to guess, they're going on this is my predictions, 5 episodes in, and nothing has been confirmed either way. Candace is going to go on a villain's arc. Like,
really?
Yes, because a lot of
Fletcher
her...
Evil Incorporated, or like
is she gonna team up, or is she?
I think she's getting so tired of being the most gaslit person in animation that
I always wondered about her and Vanessa. I felt like there might have been something there. So,
but that. And a lot of her schemes ended up with her laughing more noticeably evilly and maniacal than normal, which makes me think like she's going to have a stint at being evil for a while, because all of the...
Don't we all?
2 solid summers of, being gaslit by the boys, unintentionally, by the way, is going to lead her to maybe something resembling a villain's arc. But overall, return to the formula. It's more episodes of Phineas and Ferb, and I mean, what more can you want?
More episodes of Phineas and Ferb. That's what more I want.
And
that's what more.
I never watched Phineas and Ferb when it was on TV, way back in the day when it was in its initial airing.
I watched the premiere. I was at a friend's house. Riley Hayes.
Nice.
Riley Hayes, if you ever listen to this, Riley, we watched, it was the premiere of High School Musical, and then after that they're like, and our new show coming out, and we were like, okay. And your parents are kind of like, whatever, we're already here, it's late, I guess a 20-minute TV show won't hurt. And we watched the premiere.
What a snapshot, what a time capsule.
Yeah,
it was the premiere of High School Musical and then the premiere of Phineas and Ferb.
Just back to back.
I was in middle school when Phineas and Ferb premiered.
I was watching and sitting.
I like to flex my TV cred whenever I say that I watched The Office on NBC.
Wow.
When it was live on NBC, which.
Of course, it was only after Will Ferrell showed up that he started watching. So his
No, it was right around the time of the Dunder Mifflin sale. Right around that era, I was starting watching it on NBC. But yeah, overall, it's been, this was not a show that I watched on cable back in the day because we got rid of cable before the show premiered. And my parents were cord cutters before it was cool.
That's almost like me bragging about watching the final season of Community on Yahoo. And I was there.
Same.
And then
it's the inverse.
But Michelle introduced me to the show, and it kind of became our show. So much so that Doofenshmirtz said I had the greatest wedding in the entire tri-state area.
He did. We were there for that. Do you remember?
We were.
We heard Doofenshmirtz actually proclaim that.
We did.
And I live in a state with a city called Danville. Coincidence?
I think not. I think that's proof.
Though they do have beachfront property, so maybe this is a post-apocalyptic scenario where global warming has reached Kentucky, Like,
So you mean
who knows?
You mean 2025?
Well, we're not there yet. That's the third Avatar series is going to deal with the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way of the Water is still a better love story than Twilight. So.
No joke. The post-Korra Avatar and Avatar The Last Airbender is going to be a post-apocalyptic show. It's going to be Fallout in the Avatar universe.
I'm so lost, and
I've
I'm
seen
here for
none
it. Yeah,
of the Avatar.
I feel like some of those were words I should have understood. Like they all were words that like I understood out of context, and then they
sorry you don't
got
appreciate
thrown
the
together.
I'm sorry
I
you
was
don't
like-
appreciate the greatest animated TV show of all time. You know,
I think I just missed
SpongeBob?
it for whatever reason.
Bluey?
I'll give you Bluey. I'll give you
The
Bluey.
Simpsons?
The way
Yeah.
it was, the way. No.
Well, I'm sure Jenny has already been asking to watch Phineas and Ferb, so I will get
Oh,
back
boy.
to you once we've dived in there. But I'll go next because I'm still kind of in a bit of a daze that it's real and it's happening. But Warner Brothers announced that they have officially cast Harry, Ron, and Hermione for the upcoming Harry Potter television show.
And you know what? I learned that
Yeah.
through this really cool Instagram account called Kentucky Wizard, and he dropped the news first.
Yeah.
Breaking, I believe. I
Yes,
believe I
and it had a little
broke the
banner at the
news.
bottom. It was really cool.
Yeah.
You know what's weird, William?
Beat
He
you to
looks
it.
just like you, but I
We
don't.
get that all the time.
I don't think I've ever seen the
all
two of
the
you in the
time,
same
yeah.
room before. So I mean, it's you or Batman. I'm not sure who runs the account. I'm not sure.
Well, from HarryPotter.com, we officially have our main trio. Delighted to confirm the casting of Dominic McLaughlin in the role of Harry Potter, Arabella Stanton as Hermione Granger, and Alistair Stout as
Those
Ron
are the
Weasley.
most British names ever.
I
Like
know.
I'm sorry.
If you told me you were just naming characters, I'd be like, I just don't remember.
Those are just Harry
Yeah.
Potter names.
I
That's
mean,
all those are.
that sounds like the lead in a Agatha Christie book. If I'm being perfectly,
I think one of those is an
Right.
Arctic Monkeys song. One Arabella. No, never mind. One of those is like probably a footballer. You know, Dominic Stanton is taking the pitch. He's played 37 minutes for Cheshire United. You know, like these aren't actors. They're child actors. These are like made up British names.
I'm really sad that Roy Kent did not end up being Hagrid. That he was,
You watch your
I'm
mouth.
Not at all. So since they were cast, there have been there's some more information that have come out about them, and apparently Arabella Stanton has been playing the lead Matilda in Matilda the musical on the West End.
West
very
End,
British.
Best End. You know,
And-
that's the expression.
Yeah, and so here I'll play a little snippet of this.
When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees. You get to climb when you're grown up.
She can sing better than Emma Watson.
I don't remember this song from the
So that was her
movie at
introducing
all.
it. So it's from the musical.
Oh.
It wasn't actually in the movie. Yeah, Matilda the musical, but she had the lead as Matilda, and there's been her audition clip has come out, and I have no reservation.
You're looking for the post office, aren't you?
How did you know that?
You've circled the block a few times, so you're obviously lost. If I'm investigating a missing person, I started the post office to see if they registered an emailing address. Except our post office collapsed about a month ago, and they haven't updated the online coordinates. I could show you if you ask nicely.
I haven't seen much
Nice.
about Dominic or Alistair. That Alistair Stout. Could there be a more Irish Scottish name?
oi. Wait, no.
Right?
Was he born as an 85-year-old man? Because that name sounds very old.
He
But they
drinks
join,
Guinness, you know, and
it was in his bottle.
He's
Yeah.
could be a new beer from Guinness. Yes, thank you, Batman. Thank you, Batman.
I mean, it definitely fits the vibes of the fact that Harry the Englishman sends the Scottish Weasleys to go fight his wars.
Oi, oi, oi.
But it's real.
Not
it's
me.
happening. Production begins
Not
this summer.
Arabella. You.
I
just
hope
need
he
that to
gets
happen.
that exact line.
Yes.
And they just
Oh,
play
yeah.
it up for the meme.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's
Yay.
happening. Production begins this summer, and
Can they
That's
not
crazy.
do what Netflix has been doing and actually just make the show quickly so that we don't have a 2-year gap and you're like, so this was supposed to be like 3 months apart and that's a completely different, like they started as a preteen and now that's a full grown adult. Like,
oh, they are filming continuously.
thank you.
Yeah.
Because that's my
Yeah,
biggest
I think
pet
I
peeve.
think they're gonna get like 2-ish months in the summertime.
Okay.
But those were the
all.
movies.
Too long.
Like,
Yeah.
They did a good job with the movies, but then Netflix and a lot of other production companies,
yeah, Millie.
HBO, Warner, Max,
Millie Bobby.
whatever they are.
Millie Bobby Brown's a married woman now. Like,
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
and I'm not even kidding. She's married.
Or even then, like with Avatar, the live action Avatar, they had to write into the mechanics of the show the ability for them to age up in case season 2 wasn't greenlit.
What?
Well,
They made
Which one?
the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, are
the
they
show
making
on
another one?
Netflix.
Is it back?
Yeah, they greenlit.
Yeah,
they've
already
already
had a
greenlit
season.
season 2 and
Nice.
3.
Nice.
Yeah. But the kid who plays Aang is going to be like 4 years older.
He's like
He'll go from
45
11
now.
to like 15.
And that
Yeah.
was one
just
thing,
warned-
one change
warned.
to the lore I was okay with in the live action movie was the fact that Sozan's Comet didn't come for another 3 years. Because if they were going to do a trilogy of each of the books, you know, they had to like give them a year to be able to finish the book, as opposed to the year that it was in the cartoon. But
no, the show, they are filming continuously, and they've already announced that the first season is going to be 8 hours of television.
That's not
For
enough.
some context.
That's not enough.
Well, for some context, Jim Dale, notoriously slow reader who narrated the first Harry Potter book, that audiobook is about 8 hours long. So
I don't
Goblet of
know.
Fire
I'm just
is-
tired of waiting years on end for like 8 episodes of a TV show.
yeah,
Like, you could absolutely flesh it out.
well, looking at the narrative structure of the first book,
Yeah.
it's like 2 to 3 chapters an episode. And not all of those chapters are completely episodic.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they'll usually end on a bit of a cliffhanger-y ending to get you to go on to the next chapter, but I think it fits. I think they know what
8
they're doing,
episodes,
especially
for
with
the
Francesca Gardner.
8 episodes for the
as the
first book.
showrunner.
I'm okay with. Goblet of Fire needs to be a solid 15. Like,
Well, I mean, they've said that they may end up splitting seasons or splitting books into 2 seasons.
Right. Yeah.
If narratively, once they get there, if it dictates it. But they and I'll go into this more on Potter Plus. I'm going to do a kind of a profit palooza, if you will, catching everyone up on this note. But they're building like entire like towns to film in that will have actual like functioning schools and like cafeterias and medics and doctors' offices. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. But anyway, Dallas, what do you got?
So I've been playing a video game.
Boo, boo. Oh, wait, never mind.
Listen, so I play a lot of video games, but it's very rare that a new franchise, new video game catches me as off guard as this one did.
Do tell.
And it is Expedition 33, Claire Obscure. And
Googling
my
it now.
brother-in-law suggested it, and I'd watched the trailer, and I was like, I guess I'll try it out. And it really has its hooks in me the whole way through. The mechanics are great. The progression is great. The story is fantastic. The twists and turns, like I'm very invested in the characters' stories. And so the premise is It's called Expedition 33. And so there's this like giant being, and she's called the Paintress. And she started at 100, and every year she wakes up and she paints the next number down. And when she paints that number, everyone that is that age dies. Like they just disappear.
Oh. What in the reverse Benjamin Button is going on?
And I'm 33.
Well, it was
Right?
you had a good run, Cody.
Yeah.
It's like the inverse
And
of your
so-
golden birthday. It's like, oh no.
It is, yeah. And so every year, like the age before goes on an expedition to try to stop the Paintress, and they have made it to Expedition 33, and you are on that expedition. So all the people who like are going to die the next year anyway go on this expedition to the island where the Paintress is to try to stop them, and no one ever has.
We need to make Paintress a usable term in the world. I like that. I like that version of Paintress.
Yeah, Paintress.
Paintress. Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's an RPG, and
Don't forget to tip your
like it's-
painters and paintresses. Like it's a very common. It's a common expression,
And
Cody.
I just checked.
Oh, yeah,
it
every
is
day.
on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X.
Yes.
What about the
it
Switch
is-
2?
It
on the
is not.
Switch 2.
It is.
Then it's not worth playing. Clearly.
It is not there, but it is very good. The character development, the voice acting, it just looks nice. It's kind of like a JRPG, and
For those
like
in the
Elden Ring.
for those who are in the chat, the live studio audience, a JRPG is like junior parental guidance. It means
Yeah.
it's good for everybody. It's in between G and PG. You're
Oh,
welcome.
I thought you were talking about a photo. The JPEG.
Yes, that's
It's JPEG.
a junior peg.
Yeah.
What is a
but it is a-
JRPG? I know an RPG is a role-playing game. What is J?
Yes. So JRPG is like a Japanese role-playing game, so
Oh.
they are a little bit
Wow,
different.
that
little
feels
more
like something I
grindy,
would have just
more-
said off the cuff as a
Right.
joke, and it's actually
I was
what it
waiting
stands
for
for.
it and set the trap. but it
Wow.
didn't happen.
I'm going to start an FRPG for Freedom RPGs.
Actually, that
You
is
were
for
close.
that term is already taken. It is for say French RPG. We just
That's
call
what this
that an
technically is, because this is a French game. So you were right on the money.
we call that
This
a
is an
bazooka,
FRPG.
a French, an FRGP.
It shoots baguettes.
And it gives up when the going gets tough.
That is something.
A
So
gun that
I quit-
shoots
baguettes
baguettes
come
sounds like
up.
a Phineas and Ferb invention. If I've
Whoa,
ever heard
you
one.
watch it.
It really
It's
does.
June. You gotta watch your language.
So it's a very serious game. It's a very heavy game for the most part, and it is a very French game. But there are
Wait, it is French?
mimes. Yes, it is French. Yeah, you were. I wasn't joking when you said it's a French RPG.
What is going
It
on?
is.
It's a French-Japanese game?
It's not a Japanese game. It has a feeling of a JRPG, but it is a
Oh,
French game.
it's a
See,
Japanese style, but it's made from a French
I've been
studio.
cracking wise, and somehow
Yes.
I've
I know.
stumbled into
You're
the
nailing
truth.
it. Yeah. Every single time you say something, I'm like, well, that is accurate every time. But it's a very like serious game, but then there are things like you have to fight these mimes sometimes that you find, and
How
they're
very
hard.
French.
And if you win, yeah, and when you win, they give you like a new outfit to wear, and one of them is like you've got like a baguette on your back, and I'm like, I can't ever wear this because this game is very serious, and I can't be just walking around with like a black and white striped shirt and a baguette.
What's the
and a
Disney
beret.
game that's like an anime
Kingdom
and
Hearts?
Yes, that's how I feel. Where it's
Yeah.
like it's a very serious story, Dad. It's like, but you've got a baguette on your back. It's a serious story.
Yeah, so
Go
Kingdom
on,
Hearts.
go play my
if you've
French
never played it,
Japanese RPG.
that one
Slams the
has like
door.
Final Fantasy characters.
Turns on my
and
black
it's like,
light.
oh no, we gotta go get our friend back because they're gonna kill him and the world's gonna end. But Goofy's fighting with you, and you have giant key swords, and he's like, "Let's help save your friend." And it's like, I can't do this. And then like a Disney ride is like one of the weapons, and like I can't do this. Yeah. You just get hit by a roller coaster. So
Everybody, look out for Space Mountain.
Yeah. Oh no, his best friend died. Oh, sad.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Expedition 33. Got it.
Yes.
Wee wee.
I will link that down in the show notes.
Dallas,
Alex, what do you got?
Dallas, you'll be proud of me. I've been playing my Xbox lately for like first time in like 6 months.
Nice. What do you
see?
That'll be a different day.
There's a whole contingency of people who just cried a little bit. They're like, not the Xbox. And then everyone else was like, Cody isn't a gamer already. It's pretty great. You are just surprising everyone.
Fallen Order.
All right, Alex, what do you got?
Yeah.
Wow. This is going to be really against type for me. I have also been playing a video game of all things.
Yes.
I know. And
no, there's 2 of them.
And it's a Star Wars video game.
Oh.
So I'm like 2 for 2 here on like, I'm stealing your category and stealing your category, and it's my thing now. It's Star Wars Outlaws. And
yeah,
you know, I messaged you all a little bit where I said, I don't get why I'm gonna say some things here that may get me canceled. Star Wars fans are the most ungrateful humans. Because this game is great. This game is so good. It's like so fun because you're just a Star Wars person and you're roaming the Star Wars worlds and you're like, that's a little creature that I can pet. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to reach down and pet it anytime I want. And then all of a sudden, a little herd of that same creature per planet comes up and you're like,
It's like
a
William
kangaroo rat.
It's like William playing Hogwarts Legacy, and he's petting every cat.
Yeah. Except it's not just
Well,
cats.
it's not necessarily.
It's everything.
That's Ginny playing.
Mm.
I pop into photo mode and we'll spend 20 minutes framing up a shot. Just to take a screenshot.
I basically get a mission, and it's like, you should go to this side of the map, and I'm like, or what if I pull like a full-on Jonah, go to Tarshish, and then just go to the other side of the map? And it's like, you're telling me to go that way. Can I break the game? And you can't really. It's just like, hey, you discovered a whole subplot. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, you're going through a jungle planet, and all of a sudden you're like, then you're on Tatooine and all the places you know from the movies. And it's a great game so far. And you're not.
How far have you made it?
Spoiler free. I have been recruited.
Yeah.
And I'm now getting the gang together, so to speak.
I got you. Yeah.
So I know there's still tons. Yes.
What's your favorite faction? Have you decided? Like, is there one that you're like, I like this one?
I do not like the Hutts. The Hutts does a certain someone somehow return? No, Batman. He does not. You know what? I can't say that with any certainty. I haven't
he returns
made it far
in
enough.
Fortnite, which is now back in the App Store.
Well, and the thing is, there's a couple references. Like I just met some Jawas, the little tiny thingies that steal and scavenge for the people who may not be Star Wars aficionados. And they're sitting there, and at one point you're trying to have a conversation with the Jawa, and you're like, I don't know what you're saying, and the type of droids that are like C-3PO, the gold one, for anyone who doesn't know. Mm-hmm. Are they protocol droids? Is that what they're called? Okay. Yeah. Yes. I knew some Star Wars. It's just the head is sitting in a box, and it's like, oh, let me translate for you. He said yada yada yada, and then as the conversation winds down, she goes, oh, this takes me back to one time that I was helping negotiate with the Trade Federation, and then shuts her off, and you're like, that was from episode 1. Like, this is the little robot that walks in as Qui-Gon.
Was that protocol droid silver?
Bronzish, I think.
That protocol
Silver
droid in
bronze?
particular was silver, TC-14.
I can't remember, but it made a line, and I went, I knew that. Okay. So there's tons of these little Easter eggs around that even as a casual, I understand. And I'm like, yeah, this is fun. But just the fact that it's... Dallas and I have talked about this before. There's the idea of an open world is very complicated because you have to have enough stuff to do at any given point. Like if you want to explore and actually have it be an open world, then there better be things to uncover. How do you do that? How do you navigate the world? Like you got to have the right balance of like transport,
exploration,
plus exploration, your own 2 feet, ships to go to other planets. How does fast travel work? Like these are all things that I have zero desire to be a game developer to try and figure out, because like I don't envy that kind of responsibility. They balance it really well, so it's a fun game. Like I'm never sitting around bored. I'm like, okay, who am I gonna pick up a contract for next? Oh, because you're a bounty hunter in the game. You're an outlaw. So I will say,
didn't you and Melee play it?
We did.
Really?
Yes.
I may like the pikes the best. Crimson Dawn was a little too aggressive. Yeah, I got in with the pikes like so fast. I don't know how I managed.
I have the worst reputation with him. That
I have
you
a
could ever
perfect
have.
reputation with every faction, every clan.
They were the only one that I looked at what the benefits were, and I was like, I think I'm okay with just shooting them as soon as I see
There's a
them.
new... Is it Ashika? Is that the other clan?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
yes,
newer to the Star Wars universe.
Yep.
In Outlaws, is Crimson Dawn run by Kira or Maul at this point?
It is by Kira.
Okay.
They
so
did
this
not
is-
bring back Daenerys to be the same actor, Emilia Clarke. They did not bring her back, but they basically made her look like Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. They've been doing a lot with Kira's character in the side stories. Like Crimson Dawn has been heavily featured in the Marvel comics lately.
Well, and I'm going to say this again, Cody. I know that you and I had. I watched Solo 3 separate times in the Regal in Lynchburg. This was at the time of Movie Pass, and I fell asleep the first time, and I went, ugh. Fell asleep on a movie? I have never done that before, ever. I went back a second time. I'm like, I'm going to get through this movie. I fell asleep a second time in the movie. I had to go back a third time to see Solo all the way through because I had no clue what happened. And it was I hated Solo so much. I'm like, this is the worst. And
I thought that was going to take a turn, but
this game is what I wanted Solo to be. I'm sitting there playing Sabacc, and I'm like, I've never heard of this card game except like through the movies here or there. And it was it's a fun game. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I'm a world-class gambler only when I have cheats and I can like send Nyx, my little critter, to go peek over somebody's shoulders. And it's the kind of game that makes you go, wow, I want to live in this Star Wars universe, and it's fun.
Well, I would.
Yeah,
like
can
it
you
that you're
believe
not
I'm
superhero?
I am like gushing about Star Wars and a video game.
And
What
a
is
video
this?
game.
What is
would
this?
I don't know what to do with my name.
I've heard a lot of people say that the video games are where the good storytelling sans a show that I'll talk about in my next daily.
I don't think anything will beat what's the name of the movie? Oh, The Last Jedi. That is the best Star Wars story to date.
And we're thank you. That's been the dailies, everybody. We're gonna cut to a break, and whenever we come back, Dallas and I are going to have a dad joke off. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna go as fast as I can so I don't miss anything.
Excuse me, may I go to the bathroom first?
I gotta go to work.
We'll return after these messages.
This episode is brought to you by the Big Red Button Podcast.
Do you know what you'd do in a nuclear apocalypse?
Because we sure as quack don't.
See how our choices get us into trouble and back out again in this actual play podcast.
Big Red Button is for lovers of the Fallout franchise, choose your own adventures, and tabletop role-playing games rolled into one big audio drama.
Our band of stragglers is unraveling a mystery in the wasteland, and we're at the mercy of the roll of the dice.
So grab your Geiger counters, take your rat away, and subscribe to our new show, The Big Red Button.
Oh, shoot, did I miss the halftime show? Gosh dang it, who'd they have?
What are you doing in here? You're in here. I pay for that privilege. I'm feeling much better now.
Yeah, I'm having an heart attack. Get back to work.
All right, guys, welcome back. Dallas.
Where were we? I
are you
felt
ready?
a weird void wash over my body and we disappeared for a few seconds. It was like my soul got sucked into the ether of Spotify.
I thought you were gonna be. I thought you were being severed. Like your innie is podcasting right now.
Well,
Marcus
Dallas, are you ready
Helly's
to?
hot, Gemma's hot.
I wonder what a
You don't know
Severance
that one?
video game
Okay.
would be like.
That's a whole different meme. Oh no.
Well, Dallas, are you ready to joke off together? Well, I guess since we're trying to make each other break, that we'll be joking each other off, right?
Joking each other off.
How many breaks until you lose? What do you think?
And who is being broken? The audience?
So
Or
Dallas and
each
I
other?
tell jokes to each other, and if you make the other person break with the joke, you get a point.
Okay.
What's the score? 7, most perfectly magical number.
I was gonna say first to 5.
First to 5. Okay,
because that feels like a lot.
If we get to 5 quickly, then the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Yeah, and we'll just
I was
re-record.
gonna say 3 because that's how many bears there were.
3
Did you
strikes
see that
and you're
thing
out.
that was like, what's wrong with Papa Bear? Because it was like, Mama Bear's like, oh, I've made everyone porridge. And he's like, we got to go on a walk right now. And so they just got up and left as soon as she brought out the food.
Haven't you seen the Charmin commercials? That's what they were doing. They were off to like take care of business before dinner, so they would make room for more.
That's true. True.
All right, Dallas, you want to go first?
Sure. All right.
3, 2, 1. Joke each other off.
What grade did the eyeball get in math class?
What grade did the eyeball get in math class?
Yes.
I don't know.
A C.
I should have studied a little harder, I guess. I met a microbiologist once.
You did?
I did. They're a lot bigger than I imagined.
Oh, a microbiologist.
That one took me longer than I admit to get all the way.
William's
what,
breaking himself at this point.
I know. What do elephants wear to the beach?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Their trunks.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh,
right.
So I have this German friend, and I asked my German friend if they knew the square root of 81. He said no.
That one.
Noah.
That one's got me.
Don't you dare.
The German exchange student that it might be listening to this podcast right now that I had the pleasure of teaching. I'm sorry.
He said no. Oh, that's bad. I don't know. No.
What's red and bad for your teeth?
I don't know.
A brick.
1 point
Yes!
Dallas. A brick. Why? Bad, Dallas. Bad.
Cool.
Oh.
Okay. Dallas.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between wallpaper and toilet paper?
I don't.
Gross.
1 point to William. Or 1-1.
Oh, I cannot win against poop humor. Never.
No.
How do
okay.
Oh wait. Oh,
Okay.
oh my bad.
Yeah.
How do Tuscan Raiders cheat on their taxes?
I don't know.
They single file to hide their numbers.
Oh.
Hey.
That was bad. Almost as bad as my impression of a Tuscan Raider.
That was a fantastic impression of the Tuscan
Thank
Raider
you.
for a walrus.
Or versus. It's the same but different. You know?
Right, yeah.
Thank you.
It's all about context.
Dallas.
Yes.
What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question?
I don't know. You sly dog.
Oh.
You sly dog.
Does breaking yourself count as a... That should be negative points. That should dock a point.
I had to really hold that one in.
No!
Wait, hold on. We're going to the chat. Should breaking your own, like laughing at your own joke, should that dock you a point or be a point awarded to the other person?
I think it should be dock a point. We're gonna play cornhole rules here.
Add 1 point to the opponent, says Batman.
No! Dock points. Wait, it lasts longer.
Fine. I guess Batman's not always right.
What's
Okay.
Are you ready?
All right, so that's 1 to now 0. Sorry, William. If you make yourself laugh, it's bonus points, says Emily. I don't know about that. That seems like the
Yeah.
inverse. You know what? Actually, that goes in its own column. Self breaks. 1-1 for breaking each other.
I'm in so much trouble. Oh no.
And William has broken himself once. All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What's white and annoying at dinner?
No.
A recorder. That's the advancement.
The first time you said it, I was like, no.
That's not true.
No.
You're a freaking delight.
I'm in.
Cody, I actually brought this one for you. Dallas.
Yes.
Have you heard of Murphy's Law?
I have. In passing.
Okay, what is it?
If something can't go wrong, it will.
I prefer the Orthodox version, which is anything that can happen will happen. Leaves room for good things, but I'll give it to you. Okay, have you heard of Cole's Law?
No, I have not.
It's thinly sliced cabbage in mayonnaise with onions on occasion.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, bother. So, William.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, but if you ever get cold, here's something you could do. You could stand in a corner for a while because usually they're 90 degrees.
Oh. The grin creeping.
That's true.
Wait a second. We've never done this before. I need the golf announcer this one. Wow, Cody, did you watch William barely almost break? And just do it like real quiet, like.
I did
You should. And every time you move your mic, it sounds like whenever the neighbor's car passes and they got their bass turned all the way up.
Wait, really?
It's like boom, boom.
Right now?
Boom.
Right now?
Wait. There it is. There it is. Yeah, there it is. You do that, it triggers me. I'm like, what are they doing driving? 1 o'clock in the morning. Yes.
Speaking of, why do bees stay in their hive during the winter?
I don't know. How for?
Swarm.
The back to back there of 90 degrees in the corner and is swarm.
Right.
I'm angry at that 1-2 punch right there.
Right? You got to prime the pump, though. You got to prime the pump. I do have a question for you.
Okay. Of course.
What is a pirate's favorite letter?
I don't know.
There isn't one because science believed that most pirates were probably illiterate.
I was waiting for, you might think it be R, but a first love is the C. And like, I was waiting for that one. I was waiting for it, but that was even better.
that one took such a drastic turn. Like, I felt my stomach catch.
I'm mad at that one, actually.
Okay. All right. Does Dallas have 2 points now?
That is 2 points. It's a big deal.
Okay. Dallas.
Yeah.
What do you see when you look down a molehill?
Okay, so I do have an answer, but I don't know a lot about moles. I don't know. What do you see?
Molasses. Yes.
That's not where I thought that was
2 to
going.
2.
But I'm glad it did.
2 to 2.
Glad it did.
Actually, did Dallas make himself?
No, wait.
And you have a bonus. You have a separate category for you made yourself break.
Oh,
yeah.
my bonus points. Points. Okay.
I don't even know. And we got to have somebody in the chat keeping tabs on whether or not William broke himself or Dallas broke himself. Because I was too busy being mad at the pirate joke. I think he has a bonus point for breaking himself. Oh man.
Are you ready?
Never.
Sorry, I had to burp.
That wasn't the joke.
That was not the joke. That was a travesty. So I was reading on the news this morning, actually, and there was a hole had been found in a nudist camp's wall, but the police are looking into it.
Well, I'm glad they're doing their job.
It's very important.
Yeah, it is important.
I hope they,
examine all the evidence.
I hope they expose the situation.
Dallas.
Yes.
Do you know what DNA stands for?
Don't. I sure don't.
The National Dyslexic Association.
William 3, Dallas 2.
Daggone it! That's not where I thought it was going at all. If I was gonna be honest, I was like, this is gonna be a Harry Potter thing. And it was not. It was not. That one. Hold on a second. What do you call a cheese that is not your cheese?
What?
You call it stolen cheese.
I think he was trying to come up with that one. Make up that.
That's what you call it. It's just stolen cheese.
Not nacho cheese.
No, that's not appropriate.
That's oh, sorry.
That's not appropriate.
That's cultural appropriation, William. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
What do you call a vampire that uses coupons?
I don't know.
Discount.
Oh. No.
How dare you?
No.
You know that we have a vampire in our midst. And I'm sure he was offended by that.
We can't see him whenever he looks into the mirror, but he's there.
That's true. If you can't see a vampire when they're looking in a mirror, could you see them if they're on a camera? Is it the same?
No, it's
properties,
different.
Or if they're taking a selfie?
I feel like the camera.
It's the way light refracts into the mirror.
So it has nothing to do with
No.
So a vampire could take a selfie and have no problem.
Well, and they sparkle because of diamonds their skin is made of, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Get out of here with that garbage.
I don't know. But if they're twins and they're black, then I don't know any of how this works. I think that was a Sinners reference, but I haven't seen enough of the movie clips on Twitter to understand it. I think it was. Okay.
William?
Yes.
What do you call it when Chewbacca doesn't fix the hyperdrive properly?
The technical term, or I don't know.
It's called it's a Wookiee mistake. He made a Wookiee mistake. Because the type of species he is a Wookiee.
Yeah, he's a Wookiee. Okay.
And it sounds similar to Rookie.
Speaking of movies, I have a movie pitch for you.
Okay.
Okay. It's a pandemic that is unleashed by ticks. It'd be really scary in Eastern Kentucky, that live on and around the mouths of alpacas. Global chaos ensues. The disease wipes out like 90% of humanity, and the desperate survivors are forced to live in a post-alpaca lip tick wasteland.
You get out of here with that.
That was
so
beautiful. That was almost like a me joke there. And that's a compliment and an insult at the same time, William.
And to quote my wife, did you say something?
Oh. Michelle from the top rope accidentally
I was
on
proud of that one.
Did you come up with that yourself, or did you find that one? You can be honest.
I found it.
Okay. If you had come up with that, I would have given you a bonus, a third category of bonus points.
What they post?
I like that we keep adding categories. As
Everyone's a winner.
Alpaca lip tick wasteland.
That's just rude to Dallas because he has the boss babe disease.
I know.
I want an
Alpha gal.
alpaca-based
I can't eat
zombie
the
movie.
meats.
Boss babe disease, alpha gal.
Okay.
I call it that to this
You're
day.
so welcome for that. I came up with that
It's
out of the
fantastic.
blue, and Dallas was like,
Well, it's because, if you say alpha gal, nobody knows what you're talking about. If you say boss babe disease, nobody knows what you're talking about. So you might as well go in on it.
serious
see here.
beta energy from Alex. Oh.
Let's see. You know what? Let's William.
Yeah.
Did you know that friends are a whole lot like bananas?
Huh? No.
Yeah. Because both if you peel their skin and eat them, they die.
It's so bad. 3-3. That's how we get 3-3. And I knew that one.
I wasn't even sure if I was going to use that one, but I was like,
that is
might as well.
I'm glad you didn't slip on that joke.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I need to clear something up, Dallas, if that's okay. There is a misconception, that people with ADHD, Asperger's, autism, that they take things literally. This is not true. People who take things literally are kleptomaniacs. I just have ADHD.
4-3. 4-3.
I didn't follow it down the hill. It took a turn, and I just didn't see it coming.
I knew it was coming. I could see the writing on the walls, and I was like,
I did not.
Train crashed, and I couldn't look away. Also,
what's a pie?
Can I interrupt for a second? I've just noticed that Dallas is in golf regalia as well. It's like a.
I've never played golf a day in my life, but for some reason I have this hat.
Yeah, and with your hair sticking out the top, and I'm just like.
For a second there, I thought.
This is really messed up.
Was this just intentionally a dad vibe? Is that why we?
Yeah. That's exactly what I did. It's true. You have to go for it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go for it, you go for it.
I love it.
That's what we did. Are you ready for this one?
Ready.
Oh, no, that one's not a good one. Do you want to hear two? Is it okay if this is 3 jokes in one?
Okay.
You know my rule on twofers.
Would you like to hear 2 short jokes and then 1 long one?
Dealer's choice.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do all 3. Okay. Joke.
I need this as ASMR.
That was my.
He made
2
himself
short
break.
jokes and a long joke.
So you do get another one. I think that's 3 to 4, and you have 2 self breaks to William's 1. So
I think so.
I'm so mad at that one.
Dallas.
Yes.
That was pretty good. And I want you to know that you can tell all the jokes that you want. Never let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do. Okay? Just look at Beethoven. Everyone told him that he would never be a musician just because he was deaf. But did he listen?
Oh, William.
It's on par with visionary Helen Keller in Apples to Apples.
Just inspiring.
I had to hold that
all the way around.
That one was like holding in a poo. Did you know that eating clocks is really time consuming, especially if you have to go back for seconds?
I just really love the wordplay on that one. It's just one right after the other. That was
like a frickin' poet.
I need to give you
that
some
may have been a
advice,
break.
though,
that may have been a break right there. I don't know.
No, that was
Roll
a break
the clip.
to freaking poet.
Back to
It
the
wasn't
instant
a joke.
replay. VAR. What do we got? Yep, there was a laugh. I don't know. Ooh, but it was offside. The play was ruled offside, and it is no goal. Still at 3 to 4, William.
Dallas, did you know?
No.
You like Jurassic Park? That archaeologists
do.
will throw parties when they unearth a dinosaur's tibia.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Quite the shindig.
I hope you leave in the silence in the edit of the episode just so everyone can take that in.
I had to do some Mosbury to keep it on the level.
There have been 7 Jurassic Park movies, all saying that cloning dinosaurs is one of the worst ideas you can do. No, it was that joke.
I have something about dinosaurs as well, William.
Whoa!
What a coinky thing!
Dinosaur.
Are you ready?
Got that one.
Ready. So ready.
So first off, here's a little aside. For Halloween, I decided to dress up like John Hammond. I think we had this discussion.
Yeah.
I put white stuff in my hair and beard. I had the hat. I had the shirt. I had the cane, which is somewhere up here. But kids don't know what that is anymore because it's so old. So people kept thinking that I was Colonel Sanders. So I just leaned into it. I was like, yeah, I'm Colonel Sanders.
I
That's
say
what I'm
eat
doing.
more chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a direct ancestor. So, I mean, honestly,
Right?
it
I mean,
fits.
how do
I
you
went
think-
to Steak and Shake recently, and they now have an ad, like a poster on the wall that's like, eat more beef. It's a chicken, painting it in the same. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, because they switched to beef tallow for their fries, which, I mean, that's the most American thing possible. We're like, fried food, is it more healthy in an oil or in fat? fried food. Like it's equally unhealthy. Spoiler alert.
I don't think I can have their fries now because I can't have beef.
Oh wow! I didn't even think about that.
Wow, that really sneak up on me. What a way to go! I mean, there's probably worse.
The
ways
boss
to go.
babe disease takes him out because of steak and shake
Yeah.
fries.
Wow.
See, seed oils are better for you
boss
people.
babe.
Yeah. Because it'll just kill me. So here's the dinosaur fact. So William, do you know why a T-Rex can't clap its hands?
No.
It's because they're all dead.
That would complicate things. It would.
Yeah.
This is a nail biter. Wow, Cody, look at the two competitors today. They are really something. I mean, they're neck and neck. I think they're heading into the 17th hole right now. I mean, they are just wonderful.
Dallas, what happened when? Do you know what happened when Joseph went on the Dolly Parton diet? You know she has a diet now.
I did not know that.
Lots of plastic surgery.
It made. No, it made Jolene.
Oh, that took me so long to understand, let alone.
Well, I forgot what the name you used at first was, so I was like,
who's Joseph? Who's
That's
Joseph?
because I got distracted. That was not a slide on the joke. That was a slide on my attention span and not being able to hold on to
One
it.
of the funniest Dolly Parton jokes of all time is Dolly Parton on Conan explaining to Conan about the time that she was viciously attacked by somebody. And Conan is just like, what? And she's like, and then he started beating on me and beat on my chest until it swelled up like this. And he's just like, you took me for a ride, and that's just not fair. Yeah. It's a great clip.
It's like a cheap haircut. Great clip.
That's true.
That was good.
William, what's white and can't jump?
This can go in different directions.
I don't know.
A fridge.
Oh, that's a break. That is a break. That is a break. We are tied at 4 apiece. Oh, and that's a self break. That is a self break. We have 3 self breaks to 1.
Doesn't matter if I laugh at any time. I can't laugh
Well,
ever.
a self break is completely different.
Nah, that's not a. I don't. I'm competing against him, and I wouldn't call that.
Oh,
a self-break.
the coach has thrown a challenge. We're going to replay. Oh, it does not count. It's only 2 self breaks, but we are tied at 4.
Dallas.
Yes.
Why do people who live in
next
Greece...
point wins? Next point wins. Everyone, for the record. Next point wins. Pull out your biggest
okay, well,
guns, boys.
Let me go.
Sudden death.
Scroll through the list.
Let me go to ChatGPT. What's the best?
Why do I feel like you would? Okay. Dallas. Parting advice before we end.
Yes.
Never challenge death to a pillow fight. Do you know why?
I don't.
I don't think you're prepared to deal with the repercussions.
The Reaper cushions. Oh no. Does that count? The delay? The delay break?
It took me that long to get to parse it out.
I think that counts. I think that Cody
I did
Cody?
laugh at the joke.
Does that count as a break? A full break?
Cody's been the most stoic person during this entire thing.
Because neither of us are fathers. Unless Cody is sitting on a daily that he didn't share, neither of us are fathers. So like the level of humor is so different for us.
Did I win?
Well, on principle, I'm not giving it to William. Like,
wow. I feel like it was so
Okay,
delayed.
fine.
It was so
William
delayed.
could tell the funniest joke in the world, and Cody would be like,
The puck was covered by the goalie. The play was blown dead, and then it was, then the break.
All right. Sudden death. Final jokes.
Final jokes. Come on,
Okay.
boys. Bring out your
Go
big
for it,
guns.
Dallas.
William, did you know that Mary had a little lamb?
I did.
But the doctor fainted.
What?
Mary had a little lamb, but the doctor fainted. So Alex, Mary had a lamb, which is not a human child.
had.
And so
Like
the
gave
doctor
birth.
would have been upset because as it was crowning, he saw that it was a lamb and not a human, and that would have probably been surprising.
I don't.
And then he would have fainted.
That may be your worst yet.
Okay.
I just thoroughly enjoy immediately explaining the joke because that really doubles down on the joke.
There are no
itself.
such thing as a bad joke. You just double down.
That's
Dallas,
right.
Triple down.
Why do people who live in Greece hate waking up at dawn?
Why?
Because dawn is tough on Greece.
Get out of here with that business. Get out of here with that. Get on out of here.
You and your cute little ducks.
We're still tied.
You and your cute ducks.
Oh.
All right, Dal. Keep going. Keep going.
All right. Why did they bury the general on the hill?
Why?
Because he's dead.
The anti-jokes. He's pulling out anti-jokes now, Cody. We've reached a whole...
We went through the black hole. We're on the other side.
Dallas,
how about I try to break William, and then Alex, you try to break Dallas, and see who gets there first.
Dallas, why is it impossible to hold a race in Finland?
How come?
Because every line is a finish line.
William, why do sharks? Where do sharks go on vacation?
Where?
Finland.
The fact that you
and they get in a race.
I had a Finland one too. Wanted to just put that out there.
Hey guys,
Okay, Dallas.
how does a
Dallas? What is Dallas? What is the difference between a cactus and a school bus?
What?
A cactus has all of the little bricks on the outside.
Oh no, that's a break.
Yes!
William wins it with a score
That
of
was a good
5-4. Hey guys, how does a penguin build its house?
How?
It glues it together.
I had that one on the list, and I didn't think that anybody would like
and
that
where
one.
is-
So I went for the Marietta.
And where
Little
is
Lamb
that
one
house?
instead.
The Linux Village.
Where?
Oh,
that's
no,
true.
I was
That's
wrong.
true.
Well, on that
I
note,
was
guys,
robbed.
we're gonna cut.
It was
to,
a callback.
We're gonna cut to a
Robbed
well-deserved
blind.
break. And when we come back, we're gonna head out of here. We'll be right back.
Are you going somewhere?
Well, yes. Urgent call. Unavoidable. Gotta go.
Excuse me, there's a sign at Ramsett Park that says do not drink the sprinkler water, so I made sun tea with it and now I have an infection.
I've just about had enough of you.
I'll be back.
This episode is brought to you by Potter Plus, your podcasting home for the upcoming Harry Potter TV show and so much more. Join me, your host, William, and many other magical friends as we pick apart the past, ponder the present, and unfog the future of the wizarding world. Potter Plus is a production of the Grapefruit Network, and you can find it wherever you get your podcasts.
And I am back.
How'd it go?
No, Pam. I'm back.
We have a new weather report. Lightning has struck. I repeat.
Gin and tonic.
Longers. I don't know if they do bottomless gin and tonic, but we will find it.
Yeah, and we're back. We are going to round out tonight with a listener-submitted table topic. Now, I actually posed a question from my own personal Instagram at Kentucky Wizard, which Alex had asked earlier. And Joe on my Instagram account asks, do you have a hidden talent and can you do it on the air?
I wonder if Dallas has a hidden talent that we have never uncovered before. I wonder if he could do it on the air. That would be crazy.
No, I'm just kidding. Do you guys?
I can separate my, in the spirit of it being a dad joke, I can take my thumb off. You ready? Watch this. Just take it.
What?
Do it.
Just gonna.
And that is horrifying.
And then,
I used
together
to.
again.
For those of you that,
Hold on, wait for
that
it.
can't see what's going on, he literally took a knife and cut his thumb off.
It's
And
going.
it is bleeding.
It's going. And then just gonna.
It's bleeding
Here
everywhere.
it is again. It worked.
And he somehow sewed it back on. That
Without a scar.
it might fall off.
I used
You're
to.
so welcome. Sorcery. Thank you, Batman. Thank you. I've never been complimented by Batman before, but I have now.
How? I don't know. I can do that like Wild West like whistle thing with the Indians.
The Indian whistle?
Do it.
Like this? Like that?
Well, I guess it's not.
Wow,
They're
it
so
really took
fun.
the sail out of William, or the wind out of William's sail.
Twins!
Oh, I haven't done.
I
it.
can clap with
beautiful.
one hand. Is that a thing?
I could do this.
Can everybody do that?
Your finger went through your.
I'm usually pretty.
That's
the only time anybody was ever
second
able
most
to
autistic
clap
thing
for me.
Dallas has ever done, besides taking things
Oh,
too
you
literally.
just wait. You just wait till this is.
Besides taking
end of
things
this
too
one.
literally.
Yeah.
That was a callback.
I don't know. I'm a firstborn, so my hidden talents I usually show off with them.
I used to. Remember my goose voice, William?
What?
Yes.
What's a goose voice?
I don't. He would do this. Like he would very forcibly exhale air, and it would sound like a goose's honk.
Do it.
I can't do it anymore.
And
Yeah.
he would do it so
then it's
frequently.
not
You
a
should
hidden
try
talent.
your hardest.
Yeah. I used to have that. Like, I would do that for years. I would say at this point, I have some very good impressions. Like, there are a few voices that I just nail. You heard one
You
earlier.
nailed
with
Dr.
Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah.
It's true.
Here comes the Julia child.
Oh, yes. Bonjour, I'm Julia Child. Today we're going
Nailed
to
it.
demonstrate to you how to properly dispose of dismember of the creature. Zombies are a peculiar sort.
I can't do
I
impressions
knew-
because I sound like Ray Romano if he got kicked in the head by a horse.
You
and
do
that just
not.
and it's just not conducive to other
And
voices.
ChatGPT, I tried to get an image of that, and ChatGPT won't let me because it's violent.
Violence against humans. Nah, nah, nah. Yeah, you're just trying to
Well,
pretend that you're not going to take over the world, AI. I'm on to you.
Yeah. What you do
Well-
is you just say Ray Romano being touched by a horse's hoof.
Hold on, let me see.
And then,
And then ask it to, can you make it kick Ray Romano?
a flying
I
horse.
want a picture of Ray Romano being pet by a horse's back hoof.
You might get things you didn't. You might monkey paw this,
Hold
and
on.
you're not gonna like what you
It's
get.
generating it.
This might be.
It's generating it. Oh, it's spinning. It's thinking. It's got a little tiny mountain.
Oh, this might
with
be
a-
the
You
moment.
somehow single-handedly shut down ChatGPT just now. It's
Hold
like
on. It says getting
the
started.
hard drives all
It
just
says getting
broke.
started. Now it's doing a little.
I love how we're
Whoa.
live commentating on an image
Oh,
generation.
it's
of
rendering
an
from the
audio
top
medium.
down. It's getting
Wow,
there.
this is like
it's
old
scan
school
line.
dial-up.
It's like scan line. Okay, now
And
make Ray scared
Oh, that's an impression I can do.
sad to be afraid. And oh my gosh, it's
Did
so
you say
good.
don't be afraid? Don't be afraid,
Oh my
AI.
word.
You can do it.
It's
We won't.
guys, it's so good. Oh man. horse. Oh my gosh, I'm sending this in the.
This makes for great radio.
Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you were a patron, you would see this.
I
'Cause
feel
I'm
like
about to share
this
this.
will be a reel.
I'll explain it to you. So Alex is sitting there.
Okay.
And he's looking at his computer.
Y'all.
And he's laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Are we supposed to be describing the actual picture?
Are you ready?
Because that's all.
Are you ready?
I can't see it.
I'm ready.
Are we ready? Are you actually ready?
No. Wait. Okay, now I am.
Hold on. So I said, Ray. It gets better because you thought he looks so happy to be pet. He's just like, it is what it is. That's
right.
That's Ray Romano, like he's just happy to be around horses. That's pretty normal. I'm just, Ray Romano. Then he got kicked in the head, and this is it.
Ray Romano getting kicked in the head by a horse.
Is this like the reverse petting zoo from The Office where the animals pet you?
Oh, wow. I mean, it looks just like him, does it not?
There's
it
a
does.
Ryan George video about.
I got to delete that chat so my boss isn't like, what are you doing on our company account? Like, I feel like this is misappropriation of company resources. Like,
There's a
I
Ryan
don't
George
know, boss.
video.
This seems pretty important to me.
Of what, like, when AI tries to make, the top 40 songs. And it was this record executive who said, yeah, when we told people that AI made their favorite song, they in a strangely coordinated fashion, all 25 people in our focus group jumped out of a window.
oh, it's just so
And we learned a
beautiful.
valuable
Like,
lesson. Don't have focus groups with windows.
I want to know what's going on
That's
with
true.
his lips, too.
Basements
Like, do
only.
you see what's going on right here with his lips?
That's where the horse kicked him.
The more you look at it, the more terrifying it becomes.
Also-
well, Joe,
I don't know what you expected, Joe, but it wasn't that.
What you expected.
I'm sorry, Joe.
But I am glad that your Dolly Parton diet is working for you there, Joe. But
That's the first thing I thought when you said Joe.
I don't know.
well, with that, guys, I will square up the tab and we're going to head out of here. If you like what you have heard tonight, if you are listening to this on your podcast listening platform of choice, just know that there was probably an extra 20 minutes of nonsense that you would have gotten if you were in our Patreon, patreon.com/Grapefruit Network. You can join us live for all of our recordings, the first Friday of every month. And you can be in the live chat. And thank you again to our live chat during this episode. You guys are great. If you want to find out more about this show, you can visit us at doctorandlawyer.show. And if you want to find out more about the other shows inside of our network, you can visit us at thegrapefruitnetwork.com. But guys, with that, I'm going to head out of here. I'm William.
I'm Dallas.
I'm Ray Romano's horse.
And wait a second, that was going to be my joke, Cody. Aw, Deborah.
We will see you
Pretty
guys
good
next
voice.
time.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you kidding? I'm working.
All right, I'll be right there.
And grab the marine. Go, 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 go.
Come on, my lover. Come on, my friend.
One snapped in two, which was sad.